Do you enjoy a film?
No.
Oh, that's too bad. That takes a traditional movie trope or story arc, like a disaster movie, like we watched the other week.
When we watched Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like movies that kind of like subvert those storyline expectations? Like if you're seeing a disaster movie that kind of subverts the disaster movie tropes?
I mean, Lost in Translation was a disaster of a movie, and it subverted the tropes of film by not really having a plot.
Right.
So,
but
I didn't like it.
What about Seeking a Friend at the End of the World? Have you seen that disaster movie? That Armageddon movie?
I don't think so.
Ooh.
I don't watch a lot of Armageddon movies, so
yeah.
Odds are
it stars Steve Carell, not
Ben Stiller, the one that you thought was in it. Yeah. When
so let's watch that. Let's watch the one that I thought it was Ben Stiller, but it's Steve Carell. Yeah, let's watch that.
All right. So I need to pay tribute to my mom.
Right. Because she got you something.
She bought me something. Because back when we did the Odd Couple episodes and the Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau, I was talking about how she and I showed you these framed autographs that she bought me.
Pictures of them.
Yeah. Well, of just Walter Matthau. I had Walter Matthau, Dick Van Dyke, and Tim Conway from the Carol Burnett Show. But I kind of threw shade at her on the podcast. I kind of threw her under the bus a little bit, and I was like, "Yeah, but the bitch didn't give me Jack Lemmon."
And your mom listens.
She listens to the podcast. So if you look just behind you there, you'll see the framed, autographed Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, there you go.
So
she made it up to you.
Yeah, and then when I unwrapped it, she told me that I had to.
She said, "F you, Brady."
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't, you're not Jane, though.
No, well, the man's been dead for 20 years.
It says, Jane, best wishes.
Yeah, well.
Jack,
so
you're not Jane.
No, but he still held it. He signed it. It's still fun memorabilia.
You're not Jane.
I'm grateful, Mom. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast.
We are the B Team.
The B Team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Carl.
Oh, yeah, it's Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we watched a movie.
We did.
About the end of the world.
We did.
And
I took notes.
There was barely an explosion.
I would say there wasn't.
There was kind of sounds of explosions.
There was a bright light.
Well, and there was a bit of a riot.
Some booms.
There was a small riot.
Could have been a car backfiring.
Yeah. And nobody died on screen.
No
murder or mayhem.
No. Yeah, there was murder and there was a death. The guy whose truck it was got shot in the neck.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Oops. He dies. Don't punch the table, my friend.
I forgot about that. There's one murder.
New year, same Carl. Yeah, there's one murder for sure.
Is it murder though?
Yes.
Because it was suicide.
Yeah, but it's still murder.
It's a suicide. It was a homicide. Suicide by homicide.
Yeah. It's still murder. He paid a guy to kill him.
Himself?
Yeah.
So is it murder or is it suicide?
It's still murder. Still murder.
At the end of the world, though, is it murder?
Yes.
Or is it suicide?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, trust me, in this episode, based on my notes, we will get into morality at the end of the world. But yeah, no, still murder. Is it wrong? I don't know that I would say yes to that. I think if you know the world's ending in 3 weeks, then maybe you have every right to take your life into your own hands, however you so choose. But yeah, still murder. Which is maybe murder becomes okay if consensual.
I suppose.
Yeah. Consensual homicide.
Yeah.
Yeah. So initial impressions.
Yeah.
And you go first.
So I've seen, this would be the second time I've seen this film.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the first time I watched it with my wife.
Yes, last night.
No.
The room was so dark. I think it was her. I think she was there. I don't know.
I could be right. I could be wrong. It's 2012, so I think we watched it within the first few years of being married.
Okay.
Anyway,
2012.
I remember really kind of
when the film came out. You mean? The film came out in 2012.
The film came out in 2012.
Okay.
But we watched it.
I was going to say you haven't been married.
No, we haven't been married that
2012.
long.
No.
Anyway, I remember really enjoying it. I always like when kind of a film kind of subverts the narrative of what it is. Like,
yeah.
So this is a end of the world disaster film, but is it? Kind of. But it's not like, I've said it before. Like, what makes a good monster movie? What makes a good disaster film?
Right.
Right? What is it? It's not the disaster itself. The disaster, the monster is a catalyst for the human interaction.
Yeah.
And this is pretty much just a big character piece. Yeah. Because there's just not a lot of action.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I enjoy it. I really like the way it kind of subverts the expectations of a disaster movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you think?
Let me
You got a list of notes.
let me reference my notes here. This film is spectacular.
Ooh.
It is it's genius. Like it really is just a perfect storm of great casting that led to exceptional performances. And it's just a good concept. It's taking, if I were to have to simplify or put into one sentence what I feel like the conceit of this film is, it would be a character study or an essay on humanity, on the human condition, on the human psyche, played for laughs a lot of the time, but also with a lot of heart and some it throws some weight around emotionally, all set against the backdrop of an imminent, I know there's a fly in here driving me nuts. I think I got him. All set against the backdrop of the end of the world, of the imminent end of the world. So an essay on how would people act and react, and what would happen to your morals, and what decisions would you start making, and I say it's an essay because
which is kind of what makes a good disaster movie.
It would be really easy to play this film over the top. It'd be really easy to take like the Hangover kind of approach to this.
Right.
And yeah, there are some bizarre, wild, zany. Jeez, my God. And you're knocking shit off the wall. Are you? Stop. Just stop. Just
whatever.
What? Just
go on.
What?
It's fine. It's fine.
You're literally you're like tearing the studio apart. And you're sitting looking at me going, "That's fine. Don't worry about it."
The studio's under renovations. It looks like trash in here anyway.
First thing I'm going to do tomorrow for page, I'm going to come over. I'm going to take pictures of the inside of your house, and I'm just going to post them on the internet and be like, "Yeah, we'll open a poll." No,
I have 2 toddlers. That's not fair.
And a dog. No, but what the hell was I saying before you started breaking shit? Oh, yeah. So there are some kooky, zany situations that our two protagonists find themselves in, but I would say the only unrealistic part of that, the only over-the-top part about that, is that they happen to find themselves in so many of those situations. Each one of those situations on their own in a vacuum, including the restaurant scene, I wouldn't go as far as to say that any of them are completely unrealistic and completely implausible in that scenario. Yeah. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, I think what's really great about this film is like I said, it subverts kind of the.
So that's my initial impression.
Yeah. I'm bouncing off your initial impression.
I know. I felt like I needed
this film. Like I said, it subverts the expectations of a disaster movie, but in doing so, kind of bouncing off what you said, is we watched Greenland, which is like very kind of traditional disaster, meteorite's going to destroy the earth film, right? Everything you'd expect to happen in a disaster film kind of happens, explosions, debris falling from the air, killing people and blowing things up, fire, mayhem, theft, riots, people dying left, right, and center. This is kind of like you watch them both. If they could almost be set in the same world.
Yeah.
Right? Not everybody is going to be acting the way we see in Greenland.
In Greenland, running for...
There are some people who are going to be just kind of going to their job, even though they've only got 20 days left to live.
In Greenland, Monica's father, the character Allie, her father, just doing life on the ranch.
Yeah, right? So it's kind of like the opposite side of the coin of what would happen in a disaster. On one hand, you got people doing whatever they can do to get somewhere to survive, potentially survive. But on the other hand, you're probably going to have a bunch of people who are going to their insurance salesman job and answering the calls that are coming in. Yeah. Because that's their life and they don't know what else to do. And they're in essentially kind of some form of shock probably. Yeah. Yeah. So it's really, it's a fun kind of narrative to follow through and see what happens.
So if it sits well with you, I was thinking we'd run through the plot.
Sure.
And then we'll jump in whenever I come across something that like, oh, we're at the point where, because my notes are pretty chronological here.
Yeah.
And then if you want to jump in, then jump in.
Sure.
In New York City, a breaking news report informs the world that a mission to stop an incoming 70-mile-wide asteroid known as Matilda has failed, and that it will make an impact in 3 weeks, destroying all life on Earth.
Not just failed catastrophically.
Failed catastrophically.
All the astronauts are dead, and there's no more hope.
And this is the first scene of the movie, right? Where Dodge Peterson and his wife, Linda, listened to the broadcast parked on the side of the road. And so, like, it just, like, and this is the first shot.
Yeah.
And so that, to me, was a huge point towards the film that, like, it doesn't
mess around.
It doesn't waste any time trying to set up, these are who these characters are. We'll get there. We'll do character building. But let us just, right out of the gate, we're not messing around.
Let's get right into the set up the disaster portion of the catalyst that's
because everything that matters in this film is only applicable through that lens.
Yeah.
This film is about who these characters are in this circumstance.
Yeah.
Who Dodge Peterson, who Steve Carell's character was before. Almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
Right? There are things, there are obviously things like Olivia, there are things from his past that we explore and we discuss and and we pursue, but at the end of the day, as far as the way that he interacts with the world, it's who he is and who Keira Knightley's character is and who Spec, or Keira Knightley's ex-boyfriend, and like all these people, it's who they are and how they're interacting with the world through the lens of their imminent death.
Right. Yeah. And the imminent death portion is highlighted in this film as well, because they do a black screen with a this many days left.
Yeah.
Thing. So and I think that works really well for this film as it kind of creates some tension all in its own.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh, crap. There's only what's going to happen? What are they going to do? She wants to get home. He wants to eventually find his long lost childhood love.
Yeah. And because, as we read on here, when Dodge expresses indifference, his wife looks disgusted and abandons both the vehicle and their marriage. She gets out of the car and she runs.
Like a gazelle.
Like, she doesn't say anything. She doesn't say, Dodge, I'm leaving you. She just gets out of the car and runs away. And this is my first. So in my notes, I do have things to comment on, but I have a lot of questions here. There's a lot of things morally that I or hypothetically. Some of them are moral. Some are just simply hypothetical that I kind of want to unpack together. In a scenario, like, you're happily married.
Sure.
Right? Your anniversary's coming up. Happy early anniversary, by the way.
I mean, we're 3 months out, but okay.
That still counts.
Hardly.
You got married when there was snow. The whole snowy season is your. We
claim all of winter.
We went out in the middle of the night and cut down trees in a conservation area. Not trees. We cut down a branch.
Yeah.
I was going to screw up the photos. What are you going to do?
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We totally did.
Had a couple beers and then went and defaced public property. Jeez.
Oh, man.
So first question I have, and you're going to have to put yourself in a hypothetical. Let's say you're miserably married, right? Super. And
worst thing.
You're so over your wife, right? You guys are just, you fight constantly. Maybe you both feel like you've made a mistake, or maybe she doesn't, but you feel, you're living in regret. But you're sticking together because you made a commitment, and it's the hassle and the financial consequences of getting a divorce and splitting up the house and doing maybe you have whatever. Are you getting out of the car and running at this point? Right, 3 weeks left to go. You're not happy anyways. Yeah, you like, this person sneezes and it pisses you off. Like, you're at that point where you just.
I mean, if you're that far gone in the relationship, probably
run. Yeah, run.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, without kids, right? Like, with kids, everything changed. You're like, well, we're a family unit. Yeah, well, sure.
If they're out of the house,
kids at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think me too. I mean, it's a weird hypothetical to try to put your head in.
Would you take a bullet for your best friend? So, well, yeah, I'd take a bullet. Okay, but in the situation, like, either the adrenaline kicks in and you fight and you jump in front, or you flight and you run for the hills because self-preservation is more important. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Like, the hypothetical of it. It's such an extreme hypothetical.
Oh, sure.
It can be easy to say you do the honorable or the right thing, but in reality, in the heat of that moment, it doesn't matter what you want to do. Your body and your sense of self-preservation might make you do the wrong thing.
Right.
You might do the right thing still, right? But
it's like, on paper, I would like to think that you and I, or me and Aaron, or me and or you and our mutual friend Tim, or whoever, right? Us and Pete. I would like to think that on paper, we would all take a bullet for each other.
Right.
In practice, I don't know that either you or I are jumping in the way of a gun to save the other. Sorry, dude.
Sorry, Pete.
Yeah, like I just
take care of yourself.
I just
you
don't
better
know
wear
that
a
that's
bulletproof
happening.
vest, buddy.
Yeah, I just don't know that that's happening. Okay, Dodge stops going to his job at an insurance company where one of his coworkers has killed himself. He pulls into the parking lot one day.
We got to back up it. Because
he's an insurance salesman.
They show him at his job the day before taking calls, and like the phone is lighting up. There's like 7 or 8 lines on his phone, and all of them are blinking, waiting for him to answer. And he's taking phone calls about end of the world insurance. People are getting end of the world insurance. And he's like, the character obviously understands the moranicity of this insurance policy he's selling people, but like he's just going through the motions because he doesn't know what else to do.
So I just found a Forbes article that says, it's pretty short. The doomsday clock has moved slightly forward, and many of the super rich, this is from 2017, many of the super rich are taking steps to survive if global calamity strikes, often referred to as apocalypse insurance. It is actually about taking actions, blah, 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 growing geopolitical. So I don't think you can actually buy. It looks like...
Well, the whole point of buying insurance is
I know.
when the thing happens, you get money to kind of be able to restart.
Kraft, are you prepared? My biggest fear... Is this real? Our services, Insurance 101.
The only way I could see like doomsday insurance working is, without a shadow of a doubt, there's going to be a asteroid hitting the Earth in X months. Okay, my insurance now kicks in because they said so, and the insurance company has to build me a shelter.
Okay, so there is...
How else would it work?
This is 100% serious, looking at this website. There is a insurance company in Missouri called Kraft Insurance Services. And they sell a number of different insurances.
Zombie insurance?
They sell health insurance, Medicare supplement insurance, Medicare prescription and drug coverage, long-term care insurance, vision insurance, supplemental insurance, group ancillary benefits, life insurance, Medicare Advantage insurance, disability insurance, dental insurance, accident, group health, gap insurance.
Okay, move along. We don't need to know everything they sell.
Cyber liability, crop insurance, landlord protection. Like they just a whole bunch. These are the personal insurances you can get from them. Okay.
Personal policies.
Auto insurance, reasonable.
Sure.
Renter's insurance, boat insurance.
Right.
SR22, which I don't know what that is. Earthquake insurance, aviation, landlord, farm, pet, exotic animal mortality insurance. Are you looking this up? Wait, don't spoil the surprise.
I'm looking up SR20 insurance.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's SR22?
SR22?
Yeah. SR22. All one word.
Used to verify that a high-risk individual has insurance. It is not in and of itself an insurance policy. The form is prepared by an insurance company and filed with the California...
Okay, whatever. So it's a service they offer. Flood insurance, motorhome, identity protection, wedding insurance, which I guess could make sense if you're planning a $80,000 wedding and...
It's like driver's insurance.
Oh, okay. But yeah, wedding insurance makes sense to me, I guess, if you're planning like an $80,000 wedding and
it rains,
disaster strikes or whatever. But at the bottom of this list, zombie apocalypse insurance.
No.
It says, are you prepared? Okay, so maybe there isn't a plausible zombie apocalypse insurance policy available to the public, but there are all types of emergencies we need to prepare for. And who knows? By getting your insurance ready for the zombie apocalypse, you may have prepared for just about any emergency. And it's everything. It's a package that covers your home, your car insurance. Yeah, like it. But it's just wild to me that zombie apocalypse insurance.
How does that pay out though? Like, I don't understand how that pays out, because the whole point of insurance is that it pays out after the fact, not before.
I don't know, dude.
After the zombie apocalypse happens,
sounds like a bit of a racket.
To crap.
It's probably a bit of a racket. Okay.
You owe me money.
Moving on.
I don't care if you're a zombie. You owe me money. I bought insurance. Brains. You can't have my brains. I gave you my money for insurance.
Did you just write that monologue, or was that was good? That was good. He also attends an end of the world party at a house of his best friend, where he politely avoids offers of heroin and the amorous intentions of both a stranger and his best friend's wife. On the latter, he says he cannot cheat with a married woman, but she points out that marriage means nothing now that civilization is going to end. Which brings up my second question.
Oh, okay.
Well, question 2 and 3, really.
Would I do heroin? No.
Would you get kids drunk?
Oh, the kids drunk scene? Yeah, no.
But why? But why? Like,
I mean,
I'm not saying I disagree, but I'm saying unpack this for me. Why?
But why is not like? But why would you? Is if you're going to ask me, but why? Then I can just counter that.
Well, because those kids will never get the chance to feel the effects of alcohol.
Do they need to?
No, but does it matter? Right, like Steve Carell had like a reoccurring theme of this film is nothing matters.
Teenagers.
No, they're like 7.
They're like 7, 8-year-olds.
Yes,
that's ridiculous.
I maybe wouldn't hand them a bottle of vodka, but if I were a parent and I knew the world was ending and I had a 10-year-old son, you want a beer? I'll sit and have a beer with my son, because that's just as much a thing for you. You're never going to get the opportunity to sit and have a beer with your son. Yeah, I don't know. I'd get a kid like blackout.
I feel like,
but I'd give my kid a beer.
I feel like that I have 2 boys. That is something I'd like to do with my boys one day.
Yeah,
absolutely. But even end of the world, it doesn't top my list of important things I want to do with my kids.
No, but you have 3 weeks and an evening where you're like, wow, we're not going skydiving this evening, so let's have a beer. Right? It's assuming it's not taking away from any other, but keep in mind, if your kid's like 8 and you give your kid a beer, that beer is getting your kid drunk. I would say your kid's probably also not drinking the beer because they think it tastes gross. I would say situationally, I might, maybe, under the context that you're throwing up. Yeah. In the situation we're presented in this film, absolutely not. No? I'd give my kid a beer. In the situation presented in the film? Or? Yeah, I'd give my kid a beer. A wild rager party where people are having random sex, situation. Doing heroin. The kids are getting blackout drunk. No. I mean, in that situation, my kids wouldn't be there. Yeah. Right? Like as soon as it's an orgy, and don't worry, we will talk about orgies. It's on my list. But no, in that situation my kids aren't at that party. But like sitting home alone, we're going to have a campfire. We're going to have a beer. Right. Yeah, 100%. So question number 2, which you already jumped forward to, crazy drugs. No? No. In a scenario, but in a scenario where you don't have a wife, you don't have a kid. No. Right? Not interested. No. Listen. Ultimately, I think I would still probably steer clear. But one of the things, like, there's that like hypothetical, what would you do, or how would you, those types of questions. Whenever someone says, if you could do anything in the world and there not be any consequences, what would you do? Well, the obvious answer is like, rob a bank or, like
jump out of an airplane without a parachute.
No. Something like, obviously you instantly go, well, how do I monetize this? But I'd be lying if part of me wasn't like, well, if there were zero consequences, like if I knew that there was no risk of addiction, right? Or permanent damage to myself or whatever, there's a part of me that goes like, well, what is the big deal about meth, right? Like, why? I have no interest in doing meth, but there's that curious part of me that goes, well, they're getting something from it, right? Like, it feels like something to them. It's an experience, even if it's not meth. Maybe it probably more realistically like LSD or like a psychedelic, something that's going to send you on a trip.
Yeah.
Right? In that situation where I'm like, well, it doesn't, world's ending. To be honest, if I were going to do it, if I had no family, no wife, no kids, and I know that like this meteor is hitting in 3 hours, I am drugging up 100% because it's going to like, you're just going to drift out.
I would rather be
lucid for your,
I would rather
apocalypse?
be in control of my faculties and my emotions and my.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. None of it matters.
It does matter.
You have 3 hours to go.
It does matter because
everything's going to end. Life has no meaning.
But you can still have regrets. You can still have make choices that.
By the time you sober up and to regret it, you're done.
But they weren't done.
Pop
they still
goes
had,
the weasel.
They still had like 20 days left.
In that situation, that's like, But there is a part of me that's like, else if I'm like, and it's hard to put yourself in, right? Because we're both in great relationships. You have kids, we have houses, we have jobs, we have responsibilities.
Even when I was single, I think I would have been like, no, I want to be mentally in control.
But what would you do? You just like sit at home?
No, I'd hang out with friends, do fun stuff.
But what if all your friends were doing it? Peer pressure.
Dude, I've been in a circle where people are passing a joint. I just pass it.
You could be the DD.
There you go. I'll make sure that we get to the next fun activity safely.
All right. Well, my goal, if we find out the world's going to end, I got to get a needle in your arm, apparently.
Thanks.
Yeah, I got you.
It's air.
A drunk man tells him he has never bedded so many women as now. Nobody cares about getting pregnant or catching diseases.
Not just any man.
Patton Oswalt.
Yeah.
It's a great little cameo.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's considered a cameo or if it's just like he's just a supporting character. It's a great scene.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it while Patton Oswalt is Skeeter. I got away. Oh, come back. Got away. While Patton Oswalt is great, I don't think he's famous enough to where a short appearance would be considered a cameo as much as it would be just a job for him.
Certainly not in 2012.
He's not like Brad Pitt showing up for a blink and you miss it
in Deadpool.
Yeah,
spoilers. At home, Dodge reminisces about his high school sweetheart, Olivia, and notices his neighbor, Penny, played by Keira Knightley, by the way. And I let slip to you when we started, as the movie was starting, I said, dude, if you could marry a smile, just a set of teeth, I don't think I'm alone in saying that the teeth, the smile I would marry would be Keira Knightley's.
She definitely was never a pirate.
She's got that like, Penny just broke up with her boyfriend, Owen, over him making her miss her last opportunity to see her family in England. At her apartment, Penny gives Dodge 3 years worth of his mail that was incorrectly delivered to her in the process, unwittingly tells him that his wife was having an affair. Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack here. Yeah, so they live in an apartment building together.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, she spends the night at his place.
He never gets mail. Well, he comes in. There's a scene where he comes in. He opens his mailbox. There's no mail. It's empty. We later find out that this is probably a regular occurrence where he should be getting mail and he doesn't. And it seems odd.
Yeah.
And it's because somehow she always gets his mail.
Yeah.
And she doesn't give it to him?
So she spends the night at his place, like, platonically. Right?
Yeah.
She smokes a joint.
She doesn't want to stay in her apartment because
that's
her
where he
ex
is.
is going to be taking all of his crap out that night.
Yeah.
So she climbs up the
Fire escape
because he's sits on the next level, which is his outside his apartment.
Yeah. So she comes in, he comforts her.
Yeah.
There's sort of a gentleman's handshake that if she doesn't steal, she won't steal anything if he agrees not to rape her. And he says, agreed. Deal.
Seems like a good deal to me.
That's not a hard.
I'm looking for some company.
Yeah. That's not a hard thing to achieve.
This is from a guy. Yeah. He's definitely looking for company because he's asking his maid to stick around and watch TV with him.
Yeah. And then, the next day they go to her apartment and he walks her to her apartment and she's like, oh, I have, hang on a second. And she like gives him this, there's gotta be,
it's a thick stack,
60 pieces of mail here. She lets slip that it's been about 3 years of mail being misdelivered.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure he gets some of his mail. Otherwise, after 3 years...
you'd have to get some bills from somewhere.
Yeah.
At some point.
But in there is a letter from his, I guess, high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
And she's like, I did. I met your roommate a couple of times. Her not realizing that who she's referring to is actually his wife. Or ex now, and she says,
what's her boyfriend's name?
Her boyfriend. What was it? They always seem so happy together. What was his name? Right? And he's like, and Steve Carell's just like, oh my God. So he goes back to his place.
There's a little bit of a it was not a happy marriage for her because the earlier scene at the party house, but just before his best friend's wife hits on him.
Yeah.
She lets slip that she was never happy.
She never looked happy with you.
You didn't know?
Dodge storms off into the night, guzzling codeine-laced cough syrup and window cleaner in a suicide attempt. Yeah, the guy downs Windex. Presumably a bottle of Windex.
A bunch of it.
Anyway. He shakes it off
pretty well. Which I don't know what's in Windex, but I don't think it's super harmful.
I think you'd puke.
Probably.
I think you'd
your guts wouldn't like it.
You'd have
it'd be like drinking soap.
You'd have gut pain for a couple of days.
It'd be like not the same thing, but I think Dawn dish soap. You could drink Dawn dish soap and be okay.
Due to the presence of solvents and surfactants in Windex, consumption of these products can result in toxicity. The chemicals found in these products can cause stomach irritation, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea if swallowed. So yeah, he should have shit himself.
He's got the runs and he threw up.
Yeah. Dodge wakes up in a park with a dog tethered to his foot and a note on his sweater reading, sorry.
Oh, poor guy.
What miserable asshole left this dog? I'm not even a dog person, but it's a cute dog.
It's probably somebody that was going to commit suicide.
Or someone who's...
That's my thought.
Trying to make... Or someone who's the Gerard Butler from Greenland in this scenario. They're making a run for it, and the dog is... They know they can't bring the dog with them, or the dog's going to slow them down, but they want to at least give the dog a fighting chance. Yeah. And so they leave him with this guy instead of just setting him loose. Which becomes the dog's name. Sorry.
I didn't pick up on that.
Oh, yeah. When, there's a moment when Keira Knightley is telling Dodge's father in the background asks, what's the dog's name? And Keira Knightley's like, sorry. And he's like, what? And she says, sorry.
I completely missed that.
Yeah. Dodge takes Sorry home, opens the old mail, and is surprised to discover a 3-month-old letter from Olivia, his high school sweetheart, which explains that he was the love of her life. Later, a riot breaks out in their neighborhood. Dodge and Penny abandon the self-centered Owen amid the rioters, with Dodge explaining to Penny that he knows someone who could fly her to England if she helps him find Olivia. So yeah, and I mean, there's a whole thing in there about Owen being like, "You're sleeping with him, or you guys are sleeping together.
Could be your dad.
It's so old." Yeah,
I broke my hair because I punched the wall.
he punched a wall out of anger, and then they abandon him.
They hear gunshots, and he uses her as a human shield.
Yeah, he's
the dude's a total slime.
He's a piece of dick. A piece of dick? Whatever.
He doesn't get the satisfaction of being a whole dick.
Yes. Just a piece of dick.
Not even a good piece. You're not even the tip.
No, this guy's full on foreskin. He is just
you're useless piece.
She agrees, and they set off with Sorry for Dodge's hometown in Delaware. Along the way, Dodge and Penny run out of gas.
They take her hybrid.
Yeah. And she's like, "You don't need to you still need to put some gas in a hybrid." And he's like, "Apparently." Yeah, like obviously. And she's like, "Yeah, but less gas." She's not super worldly.
She's a little spacey.
Yeah.
She's very much a little bit hippie-ish, a little bit kind of free-spirited.
Yeah.
Kind of a character.
Dodge and Penny run out of gas, witness the bizarre death of a suicidal motorist, Glenn, whose plan to pay an assassination to kill him without warning pays off. See,
he thinks that Dodge is the assassin.
Yeah.
And then he gets assassinated.
See the beginning of an orgy at a chain restaurant, but leave hurriedly before the frenzied sex begins.
You have a note on that?
I have an orgy in a restaurant. Yeah, you know what? If I'm in Dodge's position, I don't know that I'm sticking around, but I also don't know that I'm rushing out. Right? Like, I don't know that I'm like frantically I'm like, the whole restaurant starts doing each other, right? It's not just like the servers are going at it.
The way it starts, like the whole setup to this scene is funny because they're driving down the road in this truck of this guy who suicide by murder himself. And they see this, oh man, is that what was it, Friendlies? Was it called a Friendlies?
I think so. Friendlies.
Is that a Friendlies? And everybody in it, and they go
super
in.
Friendly.
Everybody in there is super friendly.
It's like the opposite of what's that restaurant, Karen's or something, where you go in and people just like swear at you. And, like the servers take your food from you, but
like they're more friendly than they probably would be normally because they're all like high and
they're on
out
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, and horny as hell.
She makes a joke to the waitress. Oh, it's his birthday. And then they all come out with a birthday cake for him later near the end of the scene. And their waitress just like gives him a big kiss and then gives her a big kiss. And then another waitress gives him a big kiss. And then the second waitress just disappears at the table. And
then Steve Carell like visibly reacts like
whoa!
something's grabbed
going
him
for my pants.
Yeah. Again, you know, I don't know that I'm like abandoning my plans for the evening to stick around at this restaurant. But I think I'm probably conflicted. I think I'm probably going, what's it matter? Right? I don't know. I already know your answer, so there's no point in, you're getting the hell out of there.
She got the hell out of. She's a pretty free spirit, and she didn't want to stick around.
Yeah, but because she had other plans, they then go have sex in a pickup truck themselves. And you know what? I'm even less conflicted about this than I am the orgy in the restaurant. I'm like, you know what? A person you're connecting with, it's the end of the world. You're both physically attracted to each other. Nothing matters. Just do it.
You've
just
both had a couple mudslides.
Yep, just have sex. But all I could think about is, and I swear to God,
where's the dog?
No, I did. Well, yeah, that too. Back in the restaurant, the poor Poor guy.
Sorry.
No, I swear to God, the only thing I could think, they start having sex, and all I could think about is like, yeah, but when's the last time either of you showered? Like, all I could think about was like how...
You're not worried about an orgy, but showering before sex is important.
Well, just like in an orgy, you expect things to stink in an orgy. Like, there's just going to be smells, I would imagine.
Okay.
But I don't know. They're just like, what? They've been on the road for a couple of days at this point, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gross. And spend a night in jail.
Get pulled over by a cop. A really nice cop.
Sort of.
He's a nice cop.
He's quota driven.
I would say he's a nice cop, but yeah, for whatever reason, he's a stickler for the law.
He's towing the company line a little too aggressively.
At the end of the world with less than a week.
Yeah. He's like, license and registration. Well, first he's like listing all of the offensive. You have a taillight out. Yeah. You're going 15 miles over. You
and
blah,
then
blah,
she
blah.
goes through the whole story of how they got the vehicle,
she's just
including
sitting there.
the murder by death by suicide.
No, but before that, before that, as he's listing the offenses, and she's like, go on.
Yeah.
And she's like, all right.
Just write me a big ticket.
Well, why don't you just slap us with a bunch of super time sensitive tickets and we'll be on our way. And then, he asked for license and registration. She explains why they don't have any.
Whose vehicle it is and why he's not there.
In a super straightforward, honest.
Yeah.
This all happens immediately following Steve Carell putting a lit joint in his mouth to hide it. Burning himself and getting high in the process. It's wild. They get a ride to Camden, New Jersey, where they meet Penny's ex-boyfriend Speck, who is prepared for the apocalypse. He's a Marine.
He's not just a prepper. He's former military.
With a well-stocked underground bunker. Speck has a working satellite phone and lets Penny contact her family. Penny and Dodge borrow a car from Speck and eventually make it to Olivia's family home. They walk up to the door of the home, but find no one home and spend the day together. They realize a mutual affection. Penny discovers a letter from Olivia to her parents, which reveals her address on the return address section of the envelope. Penny and Dodge drive to Olivia's home, where Dodge leaves a letter for Olivia. Later, they go to the house of the man who Dodge promised could take Penny to England. The man turns out to be his estranged father, Frank, played by Martin Sheen.
We don't know that information yet, though. We don't know he's the pilot.
No, I mean, I kind of pieced it together. I was pretty sure. Like, just as I knew about 60 seconds before the bullet flew through the windshield and shot that guy in the neck, I knew that bullet was coming.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. They could have just as easily written in a best friend that lived next door, though.
Yes.
You don't know for certain that his dad is the pilot.
Yeah.
I mean, the bomber jacket.
It's better storytelling.
The bomber jacket, when he answers the door in his pajamas, like, what guy wears a bomber jacket over his pajamas in the middle of the day?
Yeah, right. After making amends with Frank, Dodge puts a sleeping Penny into his father's plane because Penny is like not narcoleptic, but she has hypersomnia. Yeah. So she'll
when
sleep
she's
through.
out, she's out.
You punch her in the face in the middle of the night.
There's a whole scene where there's like vacuuming going on around him. He's holding her nose shut.
Yeah, and she won't wake up. Puts her into his father's plane, whispering to her that she is the real love of his life. Frank and Penny depart, leaving Dodge behind. After one final news broadcast reveals that Matilda will make an impact 1 week earlier than originally reported, which, that sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I don't know that it matters, but that sucks.
All those plans I had.
Yeah, meaning that there is less than a day left, 16 hours to be exact, Dodge takes refuge in Penny's apartment and awaits his imminent death. She unexpectedly returns, upset that he allowed her to leave. They lie in bed and comfort each other as they feel the tremor of the asteroid's impact. Penny regrets not having met Dodge sooner, while he assures her that their meeting had to be opportune. Penny smiles, and everything fades to white. And I have 2 comments on this scene. 3 comments. One, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. And it's beautiful because, this is my second comment, Steve Carell at Dodge is perfect here. I just want to talk to you.
As a man
tell me, where'd you grow up and and tell me about, and then the first impact happens and she gets scared and he goes, what were those friends' names? Come on, talk to me. Like he's just keeping her distracted. So that's comment 1. And 2, comment 3, where the hell's the dog? Why is the dog not laying on the foot of the bed with them? They're just like, wow, I got the love of my life back.
Maybe he's laying at the foot of the bed.
I don't know. I think they just they lock the dog in the fridge at this point. And they're like, well, sorry, bud. I skipped over a couple of my notes.
What'd you skip?
Well, so they spend the night in jail.
Yeah.
And the warden or whatever comes in the morning and he's like, oh, God damn it, Bill, or, whatever.
What are you doing?
And he apologizes to them. He lets them out. My question was, in a scenario like this, and I think I don't know if I know the answer. This is an answer you could probably do a whole episode on and sit and debate. 3 weeks left. Do you release all prisoners? You just let people
I don't think you release all prisoners.
You just take the mentality that no one should have to.
We're talking small town jail. This is just a.
I mean worldwide. I know, yeah, but I mean worldwide.
Yeah,
you just let everyone out.
No, you let serial murderers and rapists and absolutely not. They can rot in jail.
Not with 3 weeks to go. What about 12 hours before impact? No, you think they just all deserve to...
They can rot in jail. Yeah, absolutely.
But not everyone in jail is a murderer.
Not everyone.
Right, some people are in there for drug possession. Those people should...
More lenient crimes. Yeah, sure, I'd be fine. Yeah, drug possession.
Yeah, I see, but that's a whole political thing, because then where do you draw the line, right? You would need months in order to...
Oh, yeah.
Deliberate on that and reach
I would imagine... Whoever's the warden of a jail is going to make
that call, because what are you going to do, right?
What are you going to fire me?
Yeah.
Me and my guards, we're going to decide who's okay to leave and who's not. That's how it would end up happening.
Because there seems like a lot of different, right? Let's say someone gets life in prison, which in Canada is 25 years. Let's say someone gets a life sentence because of manslaughter. They killed someone in a crime but they walked in on someone, their partner in bed with someone else, and out of a fit of rage, fit of passion, it wasn't premeditated, it wasn't whatever.
Shawshank Redemption.
They just
style.
Blah blah blah, and they've served. So they're a murderer, but they've served 23 years of their 25-year sentence. You let them out.
Yeah.
Right? There's so much gray area.
Yeah, it's so situational. Yeah.
My next note was, this would make, you would have to really you could probably only do, you could do 3 seasons. This would make this concept, and done as, sort of the comedy series of mishaps on the road and exploring the intricacies of the human condition and how different people are responding, it would make an interesting show. I think you could do 3 seasons.
Following different people.
No, just following these 2 people. And each season is a week. Yeah, I think it'd make a really interesting show. It's a lot to happen in the 3 weeks that...
if you made it that each episode was a day and it was like a Netflix series, then of 7
sure.
or
one season,
I guess
21 episodes.
What happens if they're driving and they're driving for the whole day? That's a pretty boring episode.
Well, I mean, the same thing that happens in every other movie like that, right? Where people drive across the country in the course of a movie. Stuff happens along the way.
Right. Suppose.
Right? The majority of the 45-minute episode takes place once they get to the motel and they break into the motel.
I think you're drawing it out too much.
I'm not saying it'd be better as a show. Yeah. I'm just saying the concept itself would lend itself to that type of. You could do a lot with this because the movie's only an hour and 40 minutes long, and I think it's the perfect length. Like I think it's I wasn't left. I was left wanting more, which is a good thing. But yeah. So they bury the guy that gets shot.
Yeah. They bury him.
I thought that was,
dig him up.
To discover that the keys to the vehicle are still in his pockets. They dig him back up. I thought this was a stupid waste of time. I'm sorry. There's 2 weeks left at this point.
Yeah.
Because then I thought, well, it's the honorable thing to do. And I'm like, no, screw that. Them burying him is for their own conscience.
Yeah.
Right? It's for them to think that they've done the right thing.
It's character building and to throw in a joke.
The baptism thing, they come across people getting baptized in a river. And I'm like, yeah, got nothing to lose. Right? Like, I imagine you would see that. You would see people who had avoided church and religion or anything like that their entire lives
to the rivers.
Being like, yeah, whatever, let's go for it.
Just hold me down a little bit longer than I need.
And my final note, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't know a ton about aviation, but that plane is not getting across the ocean, is it?
Not, like, as far as I don't know a lot either, but I don't think so.
Because it's just like a little Cessna.
Yeah, pretty short range. Like, he's going to have to make some frequent stops.
What is the range of
unless she lives in Canada?
Cessna. No, it's in the UK. They talk about across the pond. I grew up in Surrey. My whole family lives there.
Surrey, BC. Maybe it was Surrey, BC.
So if it's a Cessna Caravan, which I don't know that it was, but a Cessna Caravan, which has got the furthest range, will go, oh, God. Oh, okay, hang on. And they're in Delaware.
Do you have like a Google map?
How many kilometers from Delaware to Surrey,
BC,
England?
British Columbia.
No, it's not making it. It's 5,700 kilometers. And this, if it's like the Cessna with the furthest range,
right,
it's making it about 1,800 kilometers. Yeah, so that plane's never making it.
He needs to stop off at Newfoundland before he...
Oh, even then, I don't think it's skipping the pond. In a Cessna?
It might skip before it sinks.
Jeez. Those are all my notes. That's the plot of the movie. Those are my notes. I don't know if you have anything else that you want.
I mean, we pretty much covered it.
Yeah. All right, sir.
Yeah.
On a scale of 0 to 10.
Ah, man. I like this. Hang on. What did I give yours?
You gave mine an 8.0.
An 8.0? It's so good. I feel like it's not... I feel like I can't directly compare it, and it's not on the same playing field as Greenland.
Oh, it's very different.
It's a very, like, they're
Apples
both disaster movie films, right?
Apples to oranges.
But they're still very different films. I get an 8.5.
You like it slightly better.
Yeah, sure.
So an 8.5 takes your score for yourself from a 7.3 and leaves it at a 7.3. Nothing changes.
What would you give it?
I'm going to give it a 9.6.
Ooh.
Yeah. I think it's spectacular. I think it's definitely a movie I'll watch again. Yeah. Just really, 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 really good. Mm-hmm. A couple of demerits is, I think they could have done maybe a little more character development. There could be a little more... there could have been one or two more make you feel for these characters and yeah, I don't know, just to make that sort of a little more backstory, maybe just some expositional dialogue that makes the impact of Steve Carell thinking he's going to die alone in her apartment more impactful. It was impactful, but it just didn't quite hit me the way that
I think it doesn't hit you because you kind of see what's going to happen.
Oh, I didn't. I thought that was it. I thought he did
really?
I thought he did the right thing, and I didn't. I was very surprised to see her show up. Very surprised.
Wow.
So my 9.6 takes my score for your films from a 5.7.
It's going to crank it up
to a 6.0. And your total score from a 6.5 to a 6.6.
Yay!
Yeah, you're moving up in the world. That is the highest score I've given any film that you have shown me, by a great deal.
Yeah.
The next highest score was a 7.9, which I gave to Quest for the Holy Grail. Yeah, which is only the fourth film you've shown me. So it's been a while. It's been some shit.
It's been a while.
We watched My Name is Bruce, which definitely hurt your score real bad because even you only gave that a 2.
Yeah, this is a big swing.
That was a big swing. What'd you watch?
Oh man, I watched so much. Well, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, since we recorded last.
It's been 2 weeks. Let me bring up my. Me and my wife started watching a new show and finished it called Man on the Inside. It's got a lot of memorable faces that we've seen in other shows and stuff recently. It stars Ted Danson.
Okay, from Cheers.
Cheers and The Good Place. It's got a couple other people from like The Good Place and other stuff. It's pretty clever. It's a pretty fun show. It's about a retired guy whose wife passed away, and he answers a want ad and ends up going undercover for a private investigator into a nursing home.
Becker was the other big Ted Danson show.
It was really fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Recommend.
Home Alone. Watch Home Alone with the family before Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife was in the mood for a romantic movie, Christmas related. So we ended up watching a movie called Hot Frosty.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. Where a snowman comes to life.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah. He's really, really good looking.
And?
I mean, it is what it is. It wasn't horrible.
Pretty B movie.
Yeah, it was like all the snow doesn't look like snow.
Right.
And I mean,
well, it's asbestos.
Part of the reason is because the guy who plays the snowman that can't come to life walks around outside with a t-shirt on the whole time because he's a snowman. And he can't get hot or else he melts.
Right. Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Sure.
And then we ended up watching The Grinch, Jim Carrey's. So watched all 3 Grinches this Christmas.
And so having watched all 3, what one did you like the best?
I'm always a big fan of the classic,
Yeah.
but if I'm going to compare, I think the real question here is animated or Jim Carrey.
The Benedict Cumberbatch
Benedict or Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, yeah.
And if that's the question, I'm going Jim Carrey.
Yeah. It's just it's just so good.
Yeah.
They just
the acting's just so.
They just really created the world building they did. It looks like you're in a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah.
Like it's just
really solid. And it's just like all the acting and the feels and and that got Emily in a Jim Carrey movie. So the next night we watched Fun with Dick and Jane.
Oh. This was before Christmas or after?
This was just we ended up watching the Jim Carrey one on
just after
Boxing Day.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say if it's before Christmas and all of a sudden you're in a Jim Carrey thing, there's a Christmas Carol movie that pretty much just stars Jim Carrey. Yeah. That's the next logical. Yeah. But yeah, no, if you're after,
and then
I'm gonna be indicted, Jane. Indicted.
It's a really good film.
Yeah.
And then at some point in there, it was either maybe we watched The Grinch just before Christmas, and then we ended up watching. No, it was several days after. It was like this. Christmas was on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Christmas was on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
So it was like Friday or Saturday. We ended up watching. Oh my goodness, I didn't write it down, and now the name is just slipped my mind.
Who's in it?
I'm not gonna. It's the names. I'm not gonna remember names.
What's it about?
Christmas Chronicles.
Oh, you forgot the name of your favorite Christmas movie?
I just remembered it. Shut up.
All right.
Yeah, so we watched Christmas Chronicles.
It's super late.
Oh my God. It's still this is like the fourth time I've watched it. Still my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah, really.
Hands down. I don't choke up or tear easily to films. So when a film gets me kind of teary-eyed, misty-eyed, it's like it's connecting.
Right.
And this thing, I don't know what it is about this film, but there are several times throughout this film where I get misty-eyed, and then that final scene with the boy where the boy is looking in the Christmas ornament, it just hits me like a Mack truck, and I got tears. And yeah, man, it's so good. I love that film.
I mean, I think it's good. I think you're pumping its tires. For my personal, obviously it's subjective, right?
Yeah.
But for my personal, you're pumping its tires a little too much. But
I think you pumped the Grinch a bit too much.
That's fine. That's fine. You just said it's your favorite. It's the better, but whatever.
Anyway. I said it's the better. I didn't say it's the best Christmas movie.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. What did you watch? Oh, and I watched One Piece. Obviously, I watched a lot of One Piece.
I don't think Jim Carrey's Grinch is the best Christmas movie either.
Oh, there you go.
For the record. Yeah, that's clearly a Muppets Christmas Carol.
That's a good one.
What did I watch? Home Alone 1 and 2.
Nice.
Which is just
back to back?
Pretty close, within a day or two. It's good. It's so good. They're both so good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just I don't know, if I'm Peter McAllister, if I'm Kevin's dad, and my brother Frank looks at my kid and says, "Look what you did, you little jerk," I'm having words with my brother at that point.
Yeah. I'm paying for you to go to Paris. You shut the F up.
We're all upset with the kid, but whoa, pal.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. It's creepy. I watched a rendition of A Christmas Carol that I'd never seen before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which?
The one that Brienne grew up on. So her family's.
Okay.
So I grew up with the 1950s Alistair Sim Christmas Carol. Sure. The one that if you if you Google it, there is a colorized version, but I think purists are probably, I don't care either way.
Watch black and white over color.
But the one that if you Google what is the definitive rendition of Christmas, that's the one that comes up.
Yeah.
But we watched one from the It's either late 70s or early 80s.
Okay.
Starring Albert Finney. Albert Finney?
Albert Finney.
Yeah, Albert Finney. Called Scrooge. And it is a musical, which I did not know going into it. It's also
I've seen this.
Really interesting because this movie came out in what year did this movie come out? It came out in 1970. And he was born in 1936. You're good at math. Do the math.
I'm not going to math that quick. I'm
So-
going to get my calculator out.
He's 33 years old when he plays Scrooge. And it's really interesting. And they did that so that they could have younger him play, or they could have non-makeup Tim or less makeup Tim play
Young Scrooge. The Ghost of Christmas Past flashback.
But he is like, so there's, but it's like,
yeah.
so that's him as Scrooge in the movie. And he's 33 there. And there are some close-ups. And I'm telling you, for 1970, I'm not seeing any seams. Yeah. I'm not seeing any, makeup. Like, it was good. Weird movie. Like, I don't know if it was like, there's some moment, like, he's 33 trying to do the voice of a crotchety old miser. So he does a lot of talking like this, and I don't know. It's a little odd. We kept watching Only Murders in the Building. Yeah, you're not done it yet? We have one episode to go.
Ooh.
One episode to go.
The Who Done It episode.
And then we've already...
Have you surmised who it is in this last season?
I think the reveal happened at the end of the episode, of the penultimate episode, the second last episode.
Right.
But it could be a red herring.
Yeah.
So who knows?
It's been a while since I watched the first two seasons, and I kind of feel like remembering watching them being like, they don't really give you a whole lot to figure it out on your own. It's one of those ones where you I
don't a lot of the time you couldn't have really deduced.
Yeah.
I
like a good one where you can kind of piece it together on your own.
Yeah, like the Scream movies.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We watched Attack of the Clones with my mom. She liked it.
Yeah.
She liked it. She's very excited to see
the fall of
Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. And that leads me to telling you that I'm pretty sure we know what show Brianne and I are going to watch once we're done Only Murders in the Building.
Which is?
I don't know if she'll like it.
Firefly.
I don't know if she'll stick things out. Or she'll get a couple episodes in and be like, nah, I don't want to watch this. This is stupid.
You gonna watch Firefly?
I think I'm gonna show her the Clone Wars.
This is your mom?
No, Brianne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna show my mom. I'm gonna show my mom 7 seasons of an animated show.
Are you gonna start with the movie? Because it's gonna be a hard sell if you start with the movie.
It's technically the pilot episode. Like, it sets up Ahsoka, and so probably you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Jabba's niece or whatever it is, nephew's been kidnapped, cousin.
It's his son.
Is it a son?
It's his son.
Oh, okay.
Son's been kidnapped by his brother.
Oh, his like probably gay uncle.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah.
I think it's his brother. But
Well, thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all listed down below. We have a Patreon page, which is either just been entirely reworked or is about to be reworked any day now. We're putting some plans in place for a lot of content coming coming regularly, not just like, oh, we're gonna make a bunch and upload it and then we'll forget about it again. Gonna revamp all the tiers, put some content in there. Some of the content will be coming from Carl and I. Some will be from Pete and I. Some will be from just me. Some will be from just Pete. Some will be from just Guy. There's going to be content and merch. Still got merch.
Yep,
that's a thing.
Yeah, we got a warehouse full of stuff.
Yeah,
we're looking to sell.
And we got some big things planned for 2025. We've got the review. Carl and I will likely be reviewing Thunderbolts. We'll likely be reviewing Captain America: Brave New World. Someone will probably be reviewing, maybe Carl and I, maybe Pete and I, depends on who's interested in it. We'll be reviewing the live-action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie. And we have two important guests coming up. Pete and I are going to be interviewing J.P. Riley again, who we have interviewed in the past. He was the director behind the film Act Naturally. And Act Supernaturally, the sequel, is pretty much ready to go. So we're going to be getting a copy of that sent to us in a couple of days, and we'll sit down and review it, and then interview him again.
Winchester's making an appearance in that show?
No, it's no, but it's a fun title. And then we're going to have our first ever guest on the First Time Watch show.
It's me.
Yeah. Carl's actually going to be present for once. No, a friend of mine named Kyle Gibbard is going to join us.
I don't know Kyle.
You don't, but
I don't trust him.
You'll get to know him. He's a very learned man. He is a audio tech genius. Knows how to mix a band or a live performer like no one's business, and has in the last year done some touring with both Nicki Minaj and Post Malone. So that's
impressive.
He's got some weight to throw around.
Knows some people.
Yeah. So cool. I reached out to him and I said, hey, you want to be on an episode at some point? And he said, yeah, sure. And I said, cool. What film do you want to review? And he chose a film, and I said, son of a gun, that's on my list of films to show Carl. And I'm like, so we'll, I guess that
make it work.
I guess that's when we'll do it. So that date's been selected. He's coming the end of January. So that episode will come out like just into February. That'll be exciting.
Cool.
So anyways.
Cool.
Until next time, remember, not only should you tip your waitresses, but if it is the end of the world, if the end of the world is coming, you should probably
give them the tip as well.
Give your waitress the tip, not just the tip. Go for it, because nothing matters.